Yeah, so here's the search term. Here's the search term, right? The PMS symptoms helped by masturbation, and then of course, the keep things will often show up. They'll sort of like appear. So this is like this part is just the part here. The first couple search results has changed several times since I've been doing the search. People have my blog hacked, and the internet's sending me stuff. Various people are sending me things. I don't know who sent me these, but yeah, thanks. Yeah, and then the thing is too, having my blog censored all the time. It ruins my jokes. You know, I had this because this was the first search result yesterday, basically, the one about vibrators, and I had called the page where I talked about this. Like after it was either before or after I had published this page of search results. I said, oh, I've never used a vibrator, but certainly over the past year and a half, as just sort of treating me as if the videos of me are something, you just treat it that way, trying to turn it into some sort of normal thing, to treat me that way, to treat other people that way, you know, if it's just a way to harm people and just very casually treated, has gotten to be, you know, more and more something that's been happening. You just treat her that way, whatever. She has no say. She has no say in her own life. One of the sort of jokes I thought of was, you know, in fact, truthfully, I have never used a vibrator. So at this joke, I thought it was like, yeah, I mean, if I had used one ever, and especially if I had used one in the shower in Vermont, in the shelter in Vermont, which is where in 2011, which is the first place where I was videotaping the bathroom, and I had happened to choose. I don't know if there are vibrators that you can use in the shower that are waterproof or whatever. But if I had chosen the wrong one, there would be far fewer videos of me. Right? I mean, it's not a nice way to die. You know, I certainly can't. There are few ways that I could think of to die that would be less pleasant than, you know, electrocution by a vibrator. But, you know, I thought it was a funny joke. You know, so seriously, in addition to endangering me, having my blogs being continuously censored is, you know, you're ruining my jokes. I gotta tell them all over again. They're not as funny if you tell them again. Yeah, I don't ever really get physical. I don't really get PMS. You know, you know, sometimes I'll feel a little bit sadder, kind of right like the day before, and sometimes I'll right the day before I get my period. Sometimes I'll feel like a little bit sadder than I usually do. But sort of, it kind of depends, though. I mean, it really tends to be situational too. You know, if there's a lot, usually, and there has been for the past 2 years, right? There's a lot going on that to be upset about in the first place, I may get a little bit more upset or feel just much more hopeless just kind of right the day before. But you know, if life is normal and things are going okay, it doesn't affect me that much, and I never get cramps. Really, just never get cramps. I often don't even know when I'm going to get my period because I don't experience physical. I don't have physical problems because of it. Really, ever. I don't get cramps. I don't get really anything. I don't.